These are exciting times for believers in Christ who are interested in Bible prophecy. Many things that are suggested by unfulfilled future prophecies seem to be trending in our world like never before. We reserve a few minutes Sunday morning to discuss some of those things. We're careful to use recognized, reliable sources for news and information. And we're not saying that the things we report are the fulfillment of prophecy, only that they are the things you'd expect from reading the Bible. I want to preface today's update by reading from the Revelation. In this reading, we encounter two characters who are prominent during the future Great Tribulation. The person called he in this passage refers to a false prophet, and the person called the beast is the man we know more commonly as the Antichrist. And so the passage in Revelation 13 goes like this: "And he, the false prophet, deceives those who dwell on the earth by those signs which he was granted to do in the sight of the beast, telling those who dwell on the earth to make an image to the beast. He was granted power to give breath to the image of the beast, that the image should both speak and cause as many as would not worship the image to be killed. He causes all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and slave, to receive a mark on their right hand or on their foreheads. No one may buy or sell except one who has the mark." Now, these two things that I want to call attention to are so-called image of the beast and the announcement that no one may buy or sell. The image of the beast, if we had to guess today, sounds a lot like artificial intelligence, and the restrictions on buying and selling sound like the social credit systems based on surveillance and other high tech. With all that in mind as a background, here are a few excerpts from an article called "The Coming Social Credit System." Beijing's use of consumer data, biometric information, GPS tracking coordinates, facial recognition, DNA, and other forms of data harvesting has turned and continues to turn China into a beast never before seen worldwide, not even under Mao. In China, the tools of surveillance capitalism are employed by the surveillance state to administer the so-called social credit system, which determines who is allowed to buy, sell, travel, and other things based on their social behavior. China is about to become something new, an AI-powered techno-totalitarian state, writes journalist John Lanchester. China aims to form not only a new kind of state, but a new kind of human being, one who has fully internalized the demands of the state, the completeness of its surveillance and control. That internalization is the goal. Agencies of the state will never need to intervene to correct the citizen's behavior because the citizen has done it for them in advance. He's talking about Beijing's pioneering use of artificial intelligence and other forms of digital data gathering to create a state apparatus that not only monitors all citizens constantly, but also can compel them to behave in ways the state demands without ever deploying secret police or the threat of gulags. China's social credit system automatically tracks the words and actions, offline and on, of every Chinese citizen, grants rewards or demerits based on obedience. A Chinese who does something socially positive, helping an elderly neighbor with a chore or listening to a speech by leader Xi Jinping, receives points towards a higher social credit score. On the other hand, one who does something negative, letting his or her dog poop on the sidewalk, for example, I guess that was the biggest example they could come up with. Although I don't have dogs anymore, but in the past I would be very demerited for that. But anyway, or making a snarky comment on social media suffers a social credit downgrade. Bottom line, a Chinese citizen cannot participate in the economy or society unless he has the mark of approval from Xi Jinping, the country's all-powerful leader. In a cashless society, the state has the power to bankrupt dissidents instantly by cutting off access to the internet. Now, that's an unbiased reporting of the facts. That's what China is doing. The author then gives his personal appraisal. He says, if you don't believe that the left, woke, capitalist universities and other institutions would jump to implement such a system as part of a plan to rid the world of racism, homophobia, transphobia, bigoted Christianity, political dissent, and so forth, you are living in denial. It is coming, and it is coming hard. Now, this is the kind of stuff that we would expect from our reading of the Bible in a literal futurist way. This present in China is the future we've been predicting from the Bible. Another article said this: by next year, there will be 600 million surveillance cameras in China, one camera for every 2 citizens. And so China aims to control the lives of its citizens through technology, and they're doing it. To me, it was like somebody in the Chinese government read Revelation 13 and said, this is what we need to do. This is a great idea. Let's figure out how to do it. And that's what they're doing. Now, we, of course, believe that the rapture and the resurrection of the church is imminent. Jesus will return to resurrect the dead in Christ. They'll be given their glorified bodies. We who are alive and remain will be changed, given our bodies, and all of us will be caught up to heaven. We believe that will happen before any portion of the Great Tribulation. And so the question to ask this morning of yourself, are you ready for the rapture? Because it's imminent and it's next on God's prophetic calendar. If not, get ready, stay ready, keep looking up, because ready or not, Jesus is coming.